Right. Here we are again.
Yes, once again.
The second viewing of where we are,
yes.
aren't we?
Dakar.
Yeah,
right in the smack dab in the middle of Dakar.
Right in the heart of town. And believe it or not, this is where I live. From what you can see, it might look like a caged environment, but it's at the back of the apartment, and I'll quickly show you a little bit of Dakar. Well, we've had a really interesting meeting today.
Yes, it was. It was extremely interesting and informative.
At the British Council offices, met the director. I think he's been there, in the Senegal offices for 3 years, 4 years?
Yeah.
It was quite an intense meeting. We talked about my position as a creative development associate.
Which you couldn't understand the definition of. Sorry,
don't tell people that. Don't tell people that. Establishing what my role is, a creative development associate with Dakar Biennale, aussi le 350 St. Louis, the St. Louis 350, 350, for those of you who don't speak French, organisation. And Lynda.
Yeah, I explained about my position as a business development associate with Adafest and really what we're attempting to do in these 12 weeks that we'll be here. But as Bev said, it was very intense.
We also met with Marie Tura, who is actually the project development officer for the British Council in Senegal, and also Corinne, and there will be pictures that we will upload onto the website.
Yes, they were very hospital in that they gave quite a lot of time, and it wasn't a quick meeting, and they gave, I think, quite a lot of time to us today.
Yeah.
Do you want to add?
It was a typical British meeting. That's what we were saying. Yeah. It was a typical. We are actually drained. We're drained. But it was hopefully it was very. What, fruition? Did you say fruition?
Yes. No.
Fruitative.
It was very. You confused me now. It was very
beneficial. Think about the English.
Yeah. You're thinking in French, I think. No, but it was very fruitful.
Yeah,
and,
that's it.
I think to use your name, I think they did a sterling job in keeping it on a positive tip, because there were times when it was quite negative. But I think we kind of like, the longer we stayed there, we were able to clearly convey what we're here to do, and
right.
I think we left on positive.
And I think it's what I can explain. That was the first meeting that we've had with the British. With all other meetings, they've been quite straightforward, and they've been quite optimistic, quite positive.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think if we want to think about our own sort of leadership potential and leadership skills, the experience that we're having on the placement, because it's now 4 weeks. Is it nearly 4 weeks?
No, it's 3 weeks. It's the 26th today. We came on the 7th, so.
Yeah, it's next week we'll be approaching the fourth week.
Yeah.
So obviously the last time you saw us, we were here for one day or overnight.
That's right. Yeah.
So as you can see, we're taking in all the sounds and the ambience as well. With regards leadership qualities, I think what Senegal has done for me at the moment with regards to my own leadership skills is made me reflect on some of my emotional intelligence. It's interesting that different cultural differences, when you talk about reality testing, looking at your own kind of responsibilities, and also ascertaining where you are in your leadership potential. I do feel personally that when I'm working in Africa or working in Senegal, the level is a lot higher. I don't know, do you feel the same thing?
I'd agree. I think that's accurate.
Your status is a lot higher. I think my experience is the fact that I'm more pitched as a professional and promoted as such. So therefore, not to say the expectations and demands are there, but you feel as if, what can I say, respected?
Yes.
More so.
Acknowledged and respected, definitely. I would echo that, because since I've been here, obviously had a number of meetings, some very productive, some more informative than productive, but I would agree with Bev that I think in terms of my leadership development skills, I have kind of like focused in on my key themes. I've found that almost, not only just using it intentionally, I found that I'm using some of them instinctively, particularly negotiating and influencing. and I've been getting feedback which is really positive. I think people, as both said, I think you seem to be accepted as a professional and your skills acknowledged more readily. And just an example of, in terms of where positioning, the couple of meetings I've had in Casamance and here in Dakar, the people that have been involved, maybe the next day I'll see them on television involved in some debate. So it's clear that the people that we are linking with are influential people who are attracting media attention. So that's been a revelation and something to take on board.
Yeah, and I think also the reality is the fact that we do realise we're only here for 3 months, and it's a short space of time to create an impact or to make an impact. And I suppose, as Lynda said, whatever the outcome is from the actual placement and what relationships we establish are important, not just for the short term, but also for the long term. Absolutely. And I think beneficial to our own hosts as well as to ourselves, so when we return back to the UK. And this is something we're trying to achieve, and even if it's just one thing that we achieve out of this whole 3 months, then it, hopefully it's a success.
Yes, I
as
agree.
Well.
Definitely. No, for me, there's definitely things from the training that keep popping into my head, such as fitting in and standing out, which I kind of really discovered to a great extent when I went to Casamance, which was like an event in itself. It was both challenging, kind of like ask questions of me in terms of my ability to just overcome difficult situations, not impossible, but difficulties. But I felt very much like that.
Par exemple,
the première nuit, the first night there, torrential rain, storm, lost suitcase, pitch black, power cut, in an auberge, which is really kind of
small inn, isn't it?
It's a small inn, but it was really a little more than a room.
You didn't tell me that.
Yes, I mean I kept it auberge. I was trying to be positive, but it was a room with no bare concrete floor, really basic, no clean but basic, and quite scary in a way because it was a new first night in a new place. Couldn't really get a handle on where I was because it was dark and stormy and lightning, and me and the animals in the roof kept company for a few hours whilst they tried to find my suitcase. So that was definitely a trying time. And I remember Delia's words when one of the sessions we had with her before we came out, when she talked about crying and breaking down and crying and wanting to call home. I couldn't even have that privilege because there was no phone link.
And for those of you who don't know Delia's another associate that went out on an international placement last year to Jamaica. Was it Jamaica? Barbados, sorry.
Yeah. Yes. So, those words kind of like kept me going, as well as, people who I know have been in similar positions, sort of drawing from their maybe kind of words of encouragement. But yeah, the ability to stick things out, see things through, fit in, stand out, and really just get on with the job. So I think that we've been here 3 weeks, and I think that we're achieving quite a lot.
Yeah, and it's interesting when Lynda mentioned about fitting in and stand out, because when I talked the first 7 days I was here to my colleagues about fitting in and stand out, they said, "Oh, Bev, you mean when we go to the gym, fitting in?" And even I had to laugh at that, actually. But in a sense, it's been quite good to share those kind of experiences. With me, I think the fitting in is more. It has been more kind of not as visible as I hope standing out. I think I missed my welcome party. I think I've emailed people that.
Yeah, tell them why then.
I ate so much.
And drank some.
No, not so much. Drank so much,
okay.
But I definitely ate so much, and we had program after program after program. Similar to Lynda, we travelled for 7 hours to St. Louis. And I think I was eating from 11 o'clock till about 7 in the evening, and they scheduled my welcoming party for like 10 o'clock. And 10 o'clock at Africa time at night, it actually happened at 11 o'clock. Luckily, some of my colleagues filmed what I missed. So in a sense of standing out, I may have stood out for the wrong reasons. Fitting in, obviously still trying to, what can I say, parole de français, oui. And still trying to practice. People saying I'm improving, I can't see that. I have got a local teacher who I start next Monday regularly to meet up with her. But it has been an experience. One thing I did share with Lynda, because I have to let you know that we haven't actually met up for the past 4 weeks, or 3 weeks, should I say, since we've been here. So this is the first time we've had an opportunity to talk together.
Apart from when you came to see the apartment.
Yeah, apart from that, which is just for a short while. And Lynda lives far, far, far away from
near
me.
the suburbs.
She lives near the airport out in the suburb. Really nice apartment. But for me, I think one thing is when people kept saying, "Babe, you're not an artist. You are a professional. You are a boom, boom, boom." And I thought, oh no. But I think one of the most important things that I would like to do here is contribute artistically, creatively to Senegal, some kind of artwork or piece of artwork. And that would pump up my leadership skills in the sense of what I discussed about balancing the professional aspect. And I also think artists are quite professional, but it's interesting people's perceptions that if you're an artist, you're woolly and what's the word? Yeah, airy fairy, which I do have that side to me as well. But there is that kind of concrete bit to me as well. Anyway, what I was going to do is give you a quick little turn the laptop round. Eh, oui.
Wow.
To see some of the local people around that share the apartment.
Okay.
Are we in the way? Sorry.
To go upstairs.
Upstairs.
Excuse us.
Oh, sorry. Pardon.
Sorry.
Pardon. Pardon, monsieur.
Thank you.
We're blocking the fire exit.
Anyway,
Hold on. Sorry about that. Yeah, we were blocking the stairway. I'm going to show you a bit of Dakar outside as well, if I can. See if you can see anything. Eh? Quick look. Oh, quick look. I thought you were going to stay there so we could quickly come back. Oh, luckily. Woo! Improvisation. I hope this is recording actually. Is the green light still on? It seems to be, isn't it? I think so. Whew. Let's sit down. Are you going up? Let's just bend down. Mm-hmm. Right.
So, yes.
Wow.
So it's been a very eventful 3 weeks. Just to add, I think that what's encouraging, or been encouraging for me, also is that I have managed to get some feedback from some of the people that we've been meeting, some third-party associates who've reported back to Adipus about how things are going and how I'm getting on. It's been very positive, so very encouraged.
Yeah. And I think the light's fading here.
Yeah.
By the looks of things. Let me just check something here, Juju. Believe it or not, I hope we're not going to have the same problem as last time. I can't switch it off.
No, I think you got it.
Yeah, but we're going darker now, so...
The light.
Just move over a bit. That's better. Hey, can you see us?
Yes.
I know it's a bit dark. A lot better. Lynda's struggling.
I am.
So, until next time.
A bientôt. Oui.
Tout à l'heure.
A lege in Wolof.
Oui. Stay warm.
Yes. Try to. Bye.
Au revoir.